I did some surfing. We did kayaking. We swam by the ocean, and I will say this: every single time I went there, snorkeling or whatever, I would always feel this like deep fear about the ocean, and I don't fear many things I mean, other than snakes, but I don't fear many things like that. But the ocean always gave me this feeling of the unknown, and you are stepping into someone else's home, and you're like just 2 weeks ago, it seems like my interaction with the ocean after I left the ocean has become more scary because I saw a video of a man being mauled by a shark in Egypt. Egypt. Of all places, Egypt. Somebody is being killed by a shark in Egypt. See, so the ocean is just a place where you don't mess with stuff. That is somebody's home. And that somebody is probably not the nicest person. And so, yeah, I feel really, really bad for these people. And talking about sports, like, there's not so many things in terms of sports that I fear, but there's four things. There's four sports that give me like chills, like adrenaline, not adrenaline, like goosebumps, but not in a good way. Like they make me like want to just close my eyes. The first one is free solo, and I work at a climbing gym, and I climb in a safe environment, but sometimes you also feel like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Imagine climbing, and when you're climbing, all the strength is in your arms and feet and how you balance your body. So at some point, I sometimes feel tired, and I lean back on my rope, and there's that safety. But in my free solo, there's not getting tired, because if you get tired, or like you hold on to the wrong rock, you're gone. That scares me so much. I was watching free solo with Alex Arnold, and then I watched the alpinist. I think he died. Those are like extreme sports that push the limit of humanity, and they're fun but also very scary. The second one is wingsuit flying. Free solo wingsuit flying. There's that one about people going down the ocean, and they're diving for like, I think somebody broke the record 130 meters, and they just like swim along this line to the bottom, and I guess like they pick something and come back up with it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Like anything that like hinders my ability to breathe starts freaking me out. Or anything that I know one mistake and you're gone doesn't give you like any chance to like do a second, try. It really scares me, like free solo. And then there's the one where you go down the hill on a mountain bike. The I don't know what they call them, but like the one where you vertically like fall with the bike. I mean, it takes a certain type of person to do this stuff. I would rather be on land and do land sports. But the one that I think tops the list for me, other than free solo, is wingsuit flying. And recently, Instagram thinks I'm into wingsuit flying for some reason. So in my reels, I don't do TikTok. I do Instagram, and people have told me that what you see on Instagram is 2 weeks old from TikTok, and I'm fine, because I don't just want to go to an app where that's all I can see. I also want to see like posts and stuff. So I think Instagram is a deal, but we can argue about that another time. But the Instagram algorithm thinks that I love watching people fly off hills with these squirrel looking suits. And so I've been getting a lot of them. And every time I get one, I always have to stop and see what happens. And these guys are, I don't know if it's brave, stupid, or like lacking something. Because somebody will jump off like the cliff, and they say it is more fun if you get as close to the cliff as possible. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like I saw one, and it was a GoPro video of this guy who broke like some kind of record. His name was Yuli Emanuele, I think, and he had the squirrel thing, the wingsuit flying thing, and what he did was he went through a 2 meter cave rock thing, and I think he was from Russia or something. And when I saw the video, it's a 2 minute video. You can look for it on YouTube. He did that. He went through that thing. He flew right through it, and then he died a few years later. I guess doing the wingsuit flying, and like I think he landed. He was gonna land, but his parachute didn't work, and it taught me something. This type of stuff, they're fun, but they're not long lasting. Like if you do them enough, eventually something's gonna happen to you. You know, so like even like skydiving, there's the probability of your parachute not working is very high, and I'm not saying like it's wrong, but like also unless I'm 100% sure, like maybe 99% sure, I don't want to do it. And so yeah, like I've been watching a lot of the wingsuit flying thing, and yeah, it looks really fun. I would probably do it if under like a very controlled environment, but I wouldn't do it just for doing it, because I saw a guy who had a really nasty accident. He jumped off the cliff, and he looks really fun from the bottom. It's like you see like a squirrel, like flying, and then so what happened was, so he jumped off, and then he was gonna spread his arms, but like one arm, I guess you control how you go by the angle of your arm, and he bent it a little bit, and he had a helmet on, but like he slammed. No. So what he did was, so he jumped off, and then he went down, 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 took off his parachute, and the parachute kind of like flipped him, and it got caught by the cliff, and he slammed on the cliff a couple times, and you can hear him like cuss and like very scared, and I'm like, I don't want to be in that situation. If I can, I don't want to be in that situation. And then another one was of this guy skiing down the hill, and then he didn't know that there was these holes that sometimes open up because it's covered by ice. So you think, oh, it's covered by ice, but it's actually a hole, and he fell into one. Good thing he caught himself, but how deep is it? So yeah, it's just those kind of sports that I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to do something like this.